Hello and welcome to Max Rocks. Today I'm going to do these two Brazilian agates on my flat lap. This one's a little thick. I was going to cut it down and make it cabochon, but it's just a little long and I don't want to lose any of the pattern off of it. Now these were in the fire when I had the fire in the pole barn, so they still got a little bit of, this is the other one. I kind of like that druzy. Quartz in the center, or not druzy, the quartz crystals in the center, but I hate quartz in the center because it chips out. But so does agate if there's fractures, but these don't have very many fractures on them. And I'm just going to do them on the flat lap and polish the outside edges. This one's a little also not uniform. It's thinner on this end, this side, than it is on this side because of the way I had to cut it in the saw. I think I cut these in my oil saw. No, I didn't have the oil saw then. I cut these on my water saw with the rip fence is only a quarter of an inch tall. How are you supposed to keep anything straight up against the rip fence if it's not, if it doesn't go all the way across? I'm going to start this on the 100 grit too. I'm not going to go to the 80 grit. And I'm going to take it real careful. I'm going to just very little pressure and let it do the work on its own. So here we go. Let me just turn the apron. Every time I get up and sit down, it twists around. But it's better than getting wet. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to do them one at a time. I'm going to try to do them both at the same time. I'm going to start on this side of this one because you can see all of the surface fractures. Those are kerf marks. Those are actual kerf marks. All that white streaking across this way, that's from the saw blade. And I've got them on this side of this one. They're not too bad on the back sides. I don't know how that happened. But we're going to see what we can do with them. And then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to grind the husk off the outside edges or not. I kind of doubt it, simply because the water line is flat on the bottom, and I don't want to lose all those water lines, or lose any of those water lines, and I'd have to lose at least that outside one, the bottom layer, very bottom layer, because it's chipped off two different areas, so it's several thicknesses, as you can see right here, and this one's got chipped here to chipped here, where it's broke off in 3 different sections. believe I'm going to go to the 80 grit just to get them spall marks out, because it's going to take forever with the 100 grit. I must have had the blade come in at a different angle or something. I don't know. It's just a weird shape. That section's softer. Put those right side down so I don't mess up and start working on the other side accidentally. I want to get one side done before I start on the other, at least down to the spall marks are off. Now I may be cutting my own throat here, but I figured if I'm going to switch out, I better switch out now before I get impatient and start putting too much weight on. I'd rather do it. I'd rather not put too much weight on the stones, or add too much pressure on the stones, I should say. Dude, what's bad is there aren't really that many scratch marks on here from that 100 grit. There aren't any scratch marks on there from that 100 grit to tell really well where I've been. So I'm basically just taking a rough guess. Okay. Oh, you might want to turn on the water. This is the part that takes the longest anyway, getting them shaped and getting them ready to be polished. Takes longer than the polishing itself. So until I get to the 325, those first 3 metal discs that I've got would be my longest sessions. And then it'd be quicker because it only took me, on that piece of petrified wood, it only took me 39 minutes to go through those 3 soft discs, where it was 3.5, I think, hours for the first 3 metal discs, only because I was skipping back and forth, but also because of the problems with the 320 or with the 270 disc, that where the fractures was breaking out crystals and scratching it. But the 325 took it right out. It took a little while longer on it, but the last 2 was like 10 minutes apiece. It's not even that. The last one was probably 5 minutes. blue one was probably 10 minutes to 1200 grit. Now I'm seeing a little bit of lengthways scratches. Just on that one. But I'm also making the, if you look, you can see the kind of the spaces in between the kerf marks from the saw, where some are a little deeper than others, and it's starting to get smoother where there's not that separation in between those deeper and shallower sections. I need to stop turning this thing over, period. It's bad when you can't tell the difference between one side and the other yet. I actually can, but yeah, this is weird. This section here, it almost looks like it's chipped, or it had been chipped and then healed, but it's at a different angle. And where it connects to that quartz pocket's not even shining at all. I'm getting a little bit of a pitch out of it though. And this one's got the same thing going right there around that end. Where that color changes at. That's cutting quicker than the rest of it. Oh, that's probably a soft spot. Oh yeah, that's a little gouge right there or something. A soft spot, another soft spot. Let's put that away. Gouge marks going this way, they're pretty bad. Or I shouldn't say gouge marks, fall marks. They're just wide. Yeah, I think I'm going to break off on this one. go to my 10-inch or 8-inch with a newer diamond disc. Rinse this one off though. Just because it's not in good shape don't mean I need to mistreat it even worse. It's the only one I got. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Took me a while to find my 80 grit. I had to go through every... It naturally had to be on the bottom of the stack, and I got a bunch of extra discs. Some of them are wore out, some of them ain't. Some of them don't have backing on them. I'm not ready yet. I was fixing to drain water all over the place. Let me get my hose out of here. That I was wondering what it was for there. Every time I kept moving it off the top of my freshwater bucket. I think I'll put it in this one today. Because my other one's almost full. I got 10 gallons of water in there that I need to get out. Oh, it's all the way up here in the front. Let's do it this way. A 5-gallon bucket underneath the table. Sit down, you can see it better. Okay, now I gotta move my petrified wood so I can get some more room for my legs. There we go, we're ready now. Picked up my towel, set it in my chair, and then sat on it. Oh, that disc is all lopsided. I'm gonna have to do them one at a time now too. Oh, that sounds much better than that other one. Oh, that sounds much better than that other one. Cutting good. Maybe I can get through this, except seems like it was a little dry. Might have it going a little too fast. I think I'll work on both sides of each rock while I got them on there and get it done a little faster, maybe. Because I can work two at a time, but this was the only thing I had to use. I was using 3 5-gallon buckets of water for my feed on each stone, if not more, depending on how long the stone took. Some of them took longer because I was wearing out with this too. I still got them there, but this one was brand new, so I figured I'd use it. Otherwise, I was defeating the purpose. I already tried this 1-2-20 grit 80. Away from the damn edge. That's one bad thing about working 2 stones at a time. I don't think I got any gouges though. Let me work this by itself for a minute. Because I had to go all the way in up against the bottom of that nut to get it to turn it around on there. That must have been this side I dragged a little bit. Right down here on this corner, or it's where I started my cut on the saw. I still got spall marks down in here too, and up in here. Thought I had a fracture running through there. Oh no, that's just in the... I had a water streak on one side of it, made me think there was a fracture in the agate. Turn it over to the right side first, dummy. I don't know what the heck happened. It's back to the way it was. Of course it is, because that's the side you haven't touched yet. Yeah, you can see the spall marks on there, the white lines coming same way that the saw blade went. When it gets dry, you can see them, but they're getting close. Got very few up here, very few right in here. A little bit there, and the rest of them are down through here. And some scratches off the edges. Well, that one's still there. We've got some deeper scratches. That's a fracture. That's a pretty clear agate pocket right there. Okay, I'm going to call that one all right already for that side. Still got spall marks there. And down through here. Oh, wait. Yeah, still got them there too. These don't look like they're going to be that hard to get off though. Okay, that side's done on this one. Now let's switch sides. Okay, that stone is ready for the 100 grit on both sides. Still got a bunch of spall marks in here and in here. So, We're down to so few now. I think I can get the rest of them out on the 100 grit or the 320 grit or both. Either, neither, neither, or. Oh wait, that's my last name. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Ooh. Spit all over it. Okay, I got the 100 grit on here. And I've got the agates ready. Still going to work both of them at the same time. Had to fill my water, empty my waste tank. Tried figuring out where to recalibrate or change the file number on the thumbnails, but I may have to go into the app for that. I never thought about that. I just had an epiphany. Running both of these on here, if a crystal breaks out of the first one, it's going underneath the second one too. Or if a quartz crystal breaks off, or a chip. So maybe I ought to just do these one at a time. Crystals in between this layer here and this yellow fracture. You can see the crystals in between that, in the yellow area, on the yellow part of that fracture. Right there's like a chunk missing. Oh, why do you keep forgetting that? Okay, got my big gouge out. And right now, seems like all I got's 100 grit scratches, but I may be wrong there. Let's do this. Long scratches, there's some scratches going down through here long ways. Look like they might be 80 grit. fine and dandy to me. Now let's go to the other side, see what I got to take care of over here. I think it wasn't looking too bad. Nope, before. Crystal's working out these little bugs there. Some jagged scratches. Looks like something got like a dirt plow had hit it and jumped. Okay, that one's, I'm gonna say that one's ready for the next wheel. That side's ready for the 270 foot. Can't remember if I was working on this side earlier or not. Couldn't tell the difference. Couldn't tell enough difference between the two different sides to know whether I'd actually finished one side when I stopped doing both at the same time. Down here at this corner. Stop holding it over next to the machine, dummy. It's just so much easier to do it that way. Okay. Next wheel. Shut up. Okay, that one's ready for the next wheel. Let's look and see what we got over here. I should say, see which way the chips fall. The scratches go. Well, there's still scratches coming out of that crystal. Coming off that crystal. Out of the way from that crystal on the corner. Here on, they're coming out between here and here. Oh no, they were coming, well yeah, they were coming out of here. They got bugs here. And the scratches are going this way. But then there's this bug here and they're coming out this way. So it's crystals coming out of there is what's causing those. Soft spot, that white spot's softer than the rest of it. Okay, I'm ready to take this to the next wheel. Hey, I ain't used all that much water either. Okay, do the small one first. Keep it that way. So if the crystals break out, they're going over that little end. Okay, I'm ready to go to the next wheel. The disc. 1200 grit. Back to the small one. Quartz ones. Most Lake Superior agates has got a lot of quartz in them anyway. So do these. I don't think I've had very many yet that didn't have a quartz center in them. Some of them pretty good sized. Like that one. Oh, that's quartz. That's quartz. See, I'm talking about on this one. And that whole agate was like that. And it's hard. I think I was trying to work, no, I was working this one on a flatlap. This is one of the ones that I runt my disc with. I runt my disc with. Just because I was too impatient to wait. I got to talking again and forgot where I was at. I think I was ready to go to the next wheel, or disc. Yep. 3,000 grit. Okay. Worked on the one I was working on last. Instead of reaching all the way over there for the other one. That's a long way. hope this polishes up my quartz pocket too. I'd like for it to be shiny, but I don't care whether it is or not. Anybody that does rocks knows that this little quartz pocket like that, sometimes they just will not shine because they just keep kicking out. You can see all the little lines in there. Those are all crystals, and when they grow together, they don't necessarily bond to each other. So there'll be a gap, a little bit of a gap, and then when you hit the edge of that gap, coming from one side or the other, it'll chip out a small little piece of crystal and drag it over the top of the rest of the agate, scratch it all up. Last video too on that Arizona petrified wood, I did the final outro on my pocket 3 because it's not zoomed in, and it doesn't zoom in. It only goes into 4 power, but I also went up on that one. It seemed like that one got better pictures once I stood up and got up there with it, where I could see what it was actually doing. Okay. Anti-flicker is supposed to be on automatic, but if for some reason this flashlight flicker's bad. I think I changed it from, it was on 50 hertz and I changed it to 100 or to 60 hertz, but I don't think it made any difference. So let's try this. Okay. Let's try this. And this. Then we'll go with this. That one's done. Now let's do this one here. It probably takes the same amount of time, if not less. They're pretty shiny as it is. I probably didn't need to even put them on here. Okay, there's water. I thought I had a couple of kerf marks come up on there, or stall marks that I hadn't seen or that I missed. I've never looked at. Yeah, that quartz only shined up a little bit, not much at all, and I don't think the aluminum oxide would have made it any better either. And I could take my little, I don't know if I showed it earlier when I was cleaning out that drain, my textile gun. Trying to use it to shoot through there, but I couldn't get down in there because I could get down in there, but I couldn't stay down in there. I do have some stall marks still on the bottom of that one. I'm not going to worry about them though. Well, maybe I will, but I don't know if I'll get them out, but I'll try. One of them may be one of that big crystal bug, or when that big crystal broke out of there, because that was a pretty deep scratch. Chip off the back end. Across and scratched my face. Not this one. Not the ugly one, the pretty one. At least I think that's what it was. And it may not have been on this wheel, but it's there, and I just didn't see it until just now, maybe. Or it just got there. Several of them coming in, starting off with that. That's all chippy though. coming in from that druzy there too on this corner. I'm going to leave them. So it's a little bit too late for now. And they're samples. They're pretty, and they will go on a tripod where you can set them up with a light behind them if you want to. Okay, let me go back over to this one. Oh, let's do this part first. Then we'll do this part. Those dots coming through, I think some of that, no, that's, oh, they may be coming from the other one. I got two of those, 1, 2, 3, 6 rows of, oh, stop it. There it is. Oh, come on. There we go. Got all kinds of little scratches out next to the edges on some of these. But that's the 2 stones. I'm going to put this out Sunday. I hope, as long as the sun shines and my Verizon cooperates. But here we go. Hey, now you can see me. Keep wanting to grab the camera to tilt it down. Because the other one, you have to do that for the camera on the gimbal to get it to go up and down when you got the joystick for your zoom up and down. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And hit the bell button so you'll be notified from my next videos. And I hope you like these videos. I know you probably like the stones, but and you're probably not that interested in the grinding part of them. I don't know for sure either. Or the cutting. You just like to look at the stones. That's what started me on it to begin with. I was always picking up a rock and looking at it and saying, "Oh wow, that's pretty." But Mother Nature did that. How can that happen? Especially when there's concentric lines and patterns and all that good stuff. And some of them get pretty intricate too, like this one here, where you can't get a pattern, and then these rocks, the petrified wood and the jasper, all that good stuff, stromatolites. But anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.